Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is Dave here. This is the yearly forecast for the year of 2026 for Aquarius Moon and Aquarius Rising. We have some massive energy shifts coming your way this year, specifically touching your income, your identity, and your social circles. So, without further ado, let's get into the reading. First, let us look at the overall energy for the year based on the January 1st placements. Then, we will dive deep into major planetary shifts that will be happening throughout the year. On January 1st, we start with a powerhouse 4-planet conjunction happening in your 11th house of Sagittarius. You have your 5th and 8th Lord Mercury, your 4th and 9th Lord Venus, your 7th Lord Sun, and your 3rd and 10th Lord Mars all sitting together. This setup means that this year there will be large gatherings of people from both your personal and professional life. These gatherings aren't just for fun, they are likely to bring you certain work opportunities. Even if you are currently employed, expect to find even better options through these social events. The social contacts you make during this time are likely to become some of your closest friends later down the line. Expect all kinds of wish fulfillment this year. Whatever long-term wishes you have been harboring, you will finally take action towards fulfilling them. And here's the best part. Even if you don't actively chase it, someone else will likely step in to make it happen for you. If you have elder siblings, this is a very important year for them. Expect events where they are the central focus. Your overall income is also on an upward trajectory this year. Rahu and Ketu are currently sitting in your 1st and 7th house axis. Rahu in the 1st makes you the priority in your life. This is actually a good thing. It's time to focus on yourself and your own needs. Rahu is literally changing you as a person and shifting your identity. Just be careful not to become too self-absorbed or narcissistic in the process. Ketu in the 7th makes your partner to go through a major shedding or purgatory phase. They are getting rid of unwanted attachments, old mindsets, and toxic connections. They are transforming into an improved soul. If things have been tough in your relationship, be patient. With time, things will return to normalcy after this shift. Now let's look at Saturn. He is your 12th and 1st Lord. He is currently in your 2nd house, receiving an aspect from Mars. Expect to face some potential financial loss if you make quick, impulsive decisions. Heavy expenses could happen if you are careless, so be extremely mindful of your spending. Some of you might feel a phase of isolation from your loved ones. Don't worry, it won't last long, it's just a matter of time. On a brighter note, you may receive wealth from a foreign land or see returns from foreign investments. For those of you who have been expecting or waiting for a divorce, this is a conducive time and it will likely be finalized soon. Your 6th Lord, the Moon, starts the year exalted in your 4th house, receiving an aspect from Saturn. Expect to process some very intense emotions this year. You might be grieving a loss or separation, or you might experience that intense happiness that only comes after a long period of sadness. There is a possibility for your debts or minor diseases to grow. Be very vigilant about taking on new debt. Also be mindful of your eating habits and food choices to prevent health issues before they even start. Finally, let's talk about Jupiter. He rules your 2nd and 11th houses and is retrograde in your 5th house, exchanging aspects with the 11th house stellium. He is also in a Parivartana Yoga with the 5th Lord Mercury. This is a massive signature for gain. If you have children, they are likely to help you out financially this year. There's a great chance of winning big through gambling, lotteries, or speculative investments. If you are going to take a chance, this is the year. Any money someone owes you from the past is likely to be paid back this year. If you have been waiting for a child, this is the year for childbirth. You can definitely expect additions to your family. Moving into March 13th, we hit a major turning point for your personal life and vitality. Jupiter turns direct in your 5th house, and we have a powerhouse conjunction of your 10th and 3rd Lord Mars, Rahu, your 5th and 11th Lord retrograde Mercury, and your 7th Lord Sun, all sitting right in your 1st house and receiving a direct aspect from Jupiter. This is the official end of the period of isolation I mentioned earlier. You are getting back together with your near and dear ones. Interestingly, it is not you chasing them, they will be the ones coming back to you. Whoever was distanced due to personal reasons or life circumstances, expect them to reappear in your life during this window. You are going to feel much closer to your spouse and your children. The ice is melting. The warmth is returning to your inner circle. Because this massive energy is hitting your first house, your physical self and professional life is getting a huge jumpstart. Expect a sudden increase in your ability to work. You are going to be performing at a much higher level, and your bosses are going to notice. Your overall energy levels and general health are set to improve significantly. You're finally getting your spark back. On the same day, your 4th and ninth Lord Venus joins Saturn in the 2nd house, and Venus is exalted here. Meanwhile, your 11th and 2nd Lord Jupiter is moving forward in the 5th house. This is a money alignment. Expect serious forward movement in your finances. If things felt stuck or stagnant, the gears are turning now. This is a prime time for buying high value property, whether it's a new car or a new house. The stars are supporting major investments. Don't be surprised if you receive a sudden windfall of money, perhaps from an investment or an unexpected source. To top it all off, a big family reunion is highly likely. It's a time of abundance, both in your bank account and in your heart. Moving into mid-year, we encounter one of the most profound shifts of 2026. On June 2nd, Jupiter enters Cancer, which is your 6th house. On the same day, we have a beautiful conjunction of your 4th and ninth Lord Venus and your 5th and 8th Lord Mercury in your 5th house. With the 5th house lighting up, your focus is going to shift heavily toward your children and your own creativity. This is a fantastic time to just enjoy playing and spending time with your children. You will find that the bond between you deepens naturally during this window. If you have let your creative side gather dust, this is when you will likely take up those old hobbies again. Whether it's art, music, or personal project, the inspiration is coming back. This is also a very lucky time for speculative gains. If you feel like taking a small risk, the stars are in your favor. Now let's talk about Jupiter. Jupiter, who is ruling your 2nd and 11th, is now exalted in the 6th house, receiving an aspect from Mars while looking at Saturn. Even more exciting, Jupiter is in Parivartana Yoga with the moon in your 11th house. This is a massive setup for handling life's daily struggles with total victory. This is a very favorable time to take on good debts. You might receive fantastic offers, think low or even no interest loan options. If you have been thinking about financing a new car or a home, this is your perfect window. Any debt you acquire now is likely to be paid off successfully and smoothly. If you have been dealing with a lingering illness or health issue, expect a period of great healing. Your vitality is being restored from the ground up. If you are currently involved in any court cases or legal litigations, this transit suggests a win. You will likely be able to overcome obstacles and may even obtain wealth or assets from your enemies. As we move into the heart of summer, the focus turns inward and toward the complexities of partnership. On July 26th, Saturn turns retrograde in your 2nd house. On the same day, your 7th Lord Sun joins your wealth lords, Jupiter, in the 6th house. This alignment in the 6th house is another victory signature for you. If you have been battling through legal issues, this is an exceptionally strong combination for winning court cases. You might actually gain wealth through your enemies or competitors during this window. If you are in a business partnership, you may find yourself in a position where you receive the bigger share of the profits or assets. We also have your 4th and ninth Lord Venus joining Ketu in the 7th house, while receiving a sharp aspect from Mars. This creates a very specific dynamic in your love life. You might feel a strong urge to bring your partner happiness, intimacy, and good times, but you will find that they are closed off right now. It is very important not to disturb their peace with forced intimacy or heavy expectations. Let them be for a while. This isn't a time for traditional romance. It's a time for their personal inner cleaning. If you are patient and let them go through their purgatory phase, they will return to you with love in a few months. But for now, give them the space they need. Now let's talk about Saturn. He is your first and 12th lord, and his retrograde motion in the second house brings some intense energy. Expect your expenses to increase during this period. You might find yourself talking a lot more than usual, and you will likely feel a sudden hasty drive to chase after wealth. Just be careful not to let that haste lead to the financial mistakes we talked about earlier in the year. From the second house, Saturn is aspecting Mars in your 4th and the Moon in your 11th. This is a powerful time for uncovering your hidden passions and deepest desires. It's a great window for self-reflection, figuring out which of those desires are actually worth acting upon. On the flip side, this alignment can stir up negative energy like resentment, jealousy, or anger. Make sure you're practicing meditation or mindfulness so you don't get impacted by these lower vibrations. You're going to be meeting many people during this phase, and unfortunately, some of them may try to deceive you. Use your intuition and practice strict discernment to protect yourself. As we head into the late autumn, the cosmic focus shifts toward your higher beliefs and your partnerships. On October 31st, Jupiter enters Leo, moving into your 7th house. On this same day, we have a complex alignment in your 9th house. Your 5th and 8th Lord retrograde Mercury, your 4th and 9th Lord retrograde Venus, and your 7th Lord Sun are all conjunct. With the Sun debilitated here, this is a tricky time for 9th house matters like higher education and long distance travel. If you are a student, expect some potential breaks or interruptions in your studies. If you have been planning to go abroad for your education, there could be frustrating delays. It's better to avoid making any major life-changing decisions regarding your education during this window. Just be patient and let the energy pass. Your partner might inadvertently hinder your personal goals and ambitions right now. They might try to talk you out of long journeys or career moves because they simply want you to be closer to them. This is not a good time for weddings or finalizing marriage commitments. If you do get married during this window, the commitment might feel unstable later on. It's better to wait for a more supportive alignment. Now let's look at your wealth lord Jupiter, moving into your 7th house and joining Ketu. Your parents or parental figures are going to show their love and care in a very specific way by trying to make decisions for you. Please try not to misunderstand them. They aren't trying to control you. This is just their way of showing love and wanting what's best for you. Try to see the intention behind the interference. The news is excellent when it comes to your partner's impact on your life. You're set to gain significantly through your partner, whether it's a life partner or a business partner. They might even surprise you with gifts or unexpected financial support. With your 3rd and 10th Lord Mars debilitated in the 6th, your career might take a backseat. Expect to spend much more time being close to your spouse and children. Your home life is becoming the priority, and you will find yourself choosing family over work for a while. As we move into late November, the cosmic tides shift in a way that pulls you out of the home and back into the world. On November 25th, Rahu and Ketu move their axes to Capricorn and Cancer, your 12th and 6th houses respectively. On this same day, we have a dynamic conjunction of your 3rd and 10th Lord Mars and your 2nd and 11th Lord Jupiter in your 7th house. After a period where home life took center stage, it's time to shift gears. Expect to resume or dive back into your career with renewed intensity. You're going to have incredible energy and a powerful drive to crush your professional goals. Chasing these goals right now is going to bring you great wealth. The universe is rewarding your hustle. If you have been thinking about starting your own business, this is the sign you have been waiting for. But go for a partnership. Partnering up with someone else in a joint venture is what will bring the most abundance during this transit. Meanwhile, your 9th house matters are finally smoothing out. Mercury and Venus are still in that house, but they are now direct. Expect good luck to be firmly on your side again. This is a highly favorable time for speculative ventures. Whether it's trading, the lottery, or gambling, the luck of the draw is favoring you right now. The nodes moving into your 12th and 6th houses create a clearing effect across your entire life. Rahu in the 12th house is going to push you finally end things that have been overdue for a long time. Whether it's a stale relationship, a job that doesn't fit, or a lingering debt. It's not in alignment with who you are now. It's time to say goodbye. Don't hold on to the past. Let Rahu help you cut the cord. Ketu in the 6th house is your debt and disease destroyer. This is a fantastic window to pay off all your loans and clear your balance sheet. It's a great time to start a new health routine or finally forgive the people who have hurt you. Ketu here ensures you are moving toward being free from enemies, illness, and burdens. You're clearing the path for a much lighter 2027. We have finally reaching the closing chapter of 2026. On December 11th, Saturn finally turns direct in your 2nd house. On the same day, your 7th Lord Sun and your 5th and 8th Lord Mercury are conjoined in your 10th house of career, receiving a high energy aspect from Mars. This alignment in the 10th house is a major signal for professional evolution. A total career change is very much on the table right now. If you have been hunting for a position that better matches your worth, expect to hear some very good news. Job offers coming in during this time are likely to be much more aligned with your long-term goals. Now let's talk about Saturn, as your 1st and 12th Lord moving forward in your 2nd house. This direct motion brings a much needed sense of stability to your personal life and resources. Expect a solid forward movement in your health and energy levels. If you have been feeling drained or lethargic, you're finally going to feel like yourself again. Those heavy or erratic expenses we talked about earlier are going to reduce or finally return to normalcy. This is the time to slowly and steadily accumulate wealth. You aren't chasing it hastily anymore. You are building it on solid ground. Saturn is also aspecting the moon in your 11th house. This means that if you need a hand, whether it's for a project or a job lead or personal support, many of your social contacts will be ready and be willing to offer help. Don't be afraid to reach out. And with that, I'll let you all know that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this yearly forecast for Aquarius moon and Aquarius rising. If you like this video, comment below and let me know how these transits are showing up for you. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for future videos. I am Dave and I'll see you all in the next one.